Brought to you by Marcus & Mack. Voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Josh was 4-2 today, so he'd have been a tough one.
That's a good day.
General knowledge, too.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you're here on behalf of the Indiana County Veterans Providers Group, and your angle for our visit today has to do with something that was instituted a couple of years ago, at least in Indiana County, Veterans Court. And so it's a good chance for us to catch up with you about that and find out how it's going, what it does, and how it operates.
Sure. So Veterans Treatment Court is a specialty court recognized by the Administrative Office of the Courts in the state of Pennsylvania. It is a specialty court designated for defendants who are veterans who are facing serious charges that will allow them to complete a series of treatment that lasts at least 14 months, if not longer, in order to address whatever the underlying issues that have led them to their criminal offenses, whether that be drug and alcohol issues, whether that be mental health issues, or whatever else they're dealing with in their lives. And the goal is that our veterans deal with a lot of the issues that our regular defendants deal with. On top of that, they have issues that are particular to their veteran service. So we want to be able to provide specialized treatment to focus on that.
Yeah, and that being the case, it gives them an opportunity to maybe get back into their lives. Because, you know, when you're in court, when you're in jail or prison, you're stepping out of life for a while. And this gets you a chance to step back into life.
It gets you a chance to step back into life. It gives you a chance to really focus on whatever it is you're dealing with so you don't continue down that path of criminal behavior. Mm-hmm. And we find a lot of the individuals that participate in Veterans Court are dealing with a drug and alcohol issue, are dealing with untreated mental health issues, are dealing with just being so overwhelmed with all of their issues that, you know, we could put somebody in jail, they'll go sit in jail for 3, 6, 9 months, and they'll come out and they'll still have those same issues. Mm-hmm. By participating in the program, the individuals that successfully complete this program, we have had, currently we have 7 active participants, and we've had 11 successful graduates. Of those 11 successful graduates, and the court started in 2019, mm-hmm. not a single one of them have been convicted of a new crime. And what that means is they're living a better life. They've addressed what they've needed to address, and they've moved forward. The community's safer because they're not committing new crimes. The taxpayers are paying less because it costs more money to have somebody housed in jail than it does have them to participate in this program. Yeah. So it is a win for the individual, it is a win for the community, and it's a win for the taxpayers.
How does it operate in Indiana County? Is there one judge? Are there specific dates set aside for Veterans Court? Does it depend upon how many people are in the system? How does it all operate?
So there's a Veterans Court team, and it's run by Judge Michael T. Clark. When Judge Clark became a judge in 2018, the Veterans Court was one of the programs that was important to him, and he wanted to run for the county. So he is the leader of the Veterans Treatment Court. All of the Veterans Treatment Court goes through him. Our office has a designated individual that goes to the programs. Attorney Matthew Budash is the defense representative. He's at every meeting. We have adult probation officers, Veterans Justice Outreach Specialist. The Veterans Treatment Court Coordinator is Probation Officer Tyler Walls. We have Veterans Mentor, Lieutenant Colonel Gregory Davis, retired U.S. Army, Lieutenant Eric Slavinsky from the Indiana Borough Police, our law enforcement liaison, Allie Gustafson. So we have a team that goes every other week and meets in court with all these individuals to make sure they're complying with the treatment that's going on a daily basis.
That's wonderful. Of course, feedback is a very, very important element of any new program, and a program that has been operating for a while as well. So what sort of feedback do you get from the vets themselves?
From the veterans that have gone through and successfully completed it, the feedback we're getting is they've addressed issues that they never would have addressed but for going in the program. Unfortunately, there's individuals that have been in jail before, and they can say, I'll go do 3 months in jail or 6 months in jail, and to them it's not as serious as it might be for me or you. Because they're there, but they're not facing. It's tougher to face, hey, I have a mental health issue that I really need to address, or I have a drug and alcohol issue I need to address. I have a family issue I need to focus on. And those can be very tough. And unfortunately, not addressing them is what got them as a criminal defendant in the first place. And it's just going to continue if they don't. So the biggest feedback is they never would have addressed what they did address if they didn't go through the program. And they're now able to be a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, a friend, and get back to where they were before they fell into whatever hole they fell into.
Now, the buy-in from the program, therefore, has to be a really strong commitment by the veterans themselves who are going to participate in the program. And I'm sure that as they are presented the program, that they could be a little bit skeptical at first, some of them.
Oh, I would say most of them. Most of them at first, they might join the program for a variety of reasons. They might join it and say, well, it's better to do this program than to go to jail. Or, there's a small part of them that wants to get treatment. But they would be hesitant. It's a volunteer program. They have to want to be in it. We don't make people do the program. What they're told in the beginning is it's not easy. It's not something where you're just checking in with somebody every 2 weeks. You're doing work every day for at least 14 months. You're doing a lot of serious work. So you have to have buy-in from them. You have buy-in from everybody on the veterans team. They're working diligently to do everything they can do. We have mentors who come in and help the individuals going through it. They volunteer their time. So, there's a lot of buy-in from everybody. And if somebody takes the program seriously, they're going to be successful.
Yeah. It really sounds like a fascinating program that took an awful lot of thought and preliminary work in order to set it up to make sure that it works successfully. Was Indiana County's program modeled after some other program, or how was it set up originally?
Well, there's other programs around the state that also have a veterans court or a drug treatment court or other specialty courts. The state has individuals that help create specialty courts. We've worked with other counties to see what they're doing, and then ultimately you build your own within those parameters. So Judge Clark and his team really did a nice job of making sure the program was established in a very positive, strong way from the beginning. They continue to always look at their program. It's not something where they say, we have this program, it's great. They always look at it and say, what can we do to improve it? What's working? What's not working? We went over the program, did a full revamp of the rules just 2 years ago, just to go through them and say, let's make sure we have everything here for the right reason. So it is a really solid program. It's a great benefit to Indiana County, but it's not something where the team is just sitting back saying it's great. They're always looking at how they can improve it.
We're talking with Indiana County District Attorney Bob Manzi about Veterans Court as part of our Indiana County Veterans Providers Group. Have other counties shown an interest in the way that Indiana County does and come and taken a look at the way we do it here?
There are other counties that have looked at what we're doing, and again, they're considering starting a program because it's a lot of work. We only have so many hours in a day and so many staff. So, you'll have counties who say, we want to do the program. What truly do we need to have in order to do it well? And they're determining how many hours, how many staff, how many individuals. We're always willing to help other counties. We were helped when we started. We think it's valuable to Indiana County, and it can be valuable to any other county that does it well. So we certainly have people asking us a lot of questions.
When you consider Indiana County Veterans Providers Group, just the title of the organization shows that, veterans have their own special set of circumstances, special set of issues, and this is one way that Indiana County addresses one set of issues. But it really is impressive the way the county itself steps up for its veterans, identifies needs, and then tries to find creative ways, in this case, to address those needs. It shows that there are a lot of people who really care about vets here in Indiana County.
There are a lot of people throughout the county that care and are willing to do the hard work to help our veterans. When we're on the large distribution email for the Veterans Providers Group, it is not unusual to get an email from somebody who makes a request. We have a veteran in need, and you can imagine the wide array of needs we get. And if that email goes out this morning at 9 o'clock, no doubt in my mind by noon it's addressed.
Yeah.
There's just so many people willing to step up. We have mentors that volunteer in our program, and we have sites that, our veterans in this program do community service. We're always looking for sites to do community service. We're always looking for mentors. And when we put that ask out, we know we're going to have individuals respond and want to help.
Yeah. Is there a resource for folks who are maybe a veteran and are interested in getting this sort of legal help that they can go to?
If anybody's interested, I do have some information here. They can certainly call Veterans Affairs, Indiana County Veterans Affairs, Al Lockard. If anybody wants to be a mentor in the Veterans Court, you can contact Tyler Walls at the Indiana County Probation Office. He can help you through that process so that you can help fellow veterans who are struggling. If you're a church or other nonprofit or other community place where you're seeking people to do community service, all of our veterans have to do 130 hours minimum of community service as part of the program. So we're always looking for sites that want to have veterans there, supervised by probation, who will do a lot of good hours. And what we find is our participants usually get through that 130 hours pretty quick and do a lot more.
He's Indiana County District Attorney Bob Manzi. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS.